and welcome to Learning from Leaders. Host Pat Stewart. You're going to love today's show because we're going to talk about how to make money on the internet, how to really actually dig in and do something with not only your website, but how to attract business or maybe even be useful to some of the businesses in your area. You know, in today's economy, so many people are looking for extra ways to raise an extra $500, $600, maybe $1,000. And it's because they're in transition or because maybe they've lost some income in the family. Wife got laid off, husband had a transition, whatever it takes. Today is the hour when we all need a little extra. We need some ways to become a benefit. Well, one of the key ingredients to business is find a need and fill it. You know, one of the biggest needs right now is the local businesses around you have almost no presence on the internet. Or if they do, they have a lousy one. And I'm not trying to knock anybody. It just kind of is what it is. Well, my guest today is Kevin Wilke. His company, Nitro Marketing, nitromarketing.com. And of all the people that I could bring here, their company is the highest rated in the industry for what it does, which is giving people the tools to make money on the internet for local businesses in their area. They're amazing. And I'm so thankful for having Kevin on the air. I'm also thankful because I've known Kevin, I've seen him grow, and especially in the last few years, his business is doing phenomenally well. I mean, in 10 years, the guy has gone from literally in college to having sold personally over $18 million on the internet. And I know lots of people who would love to be able to have that as one of their accolades, but that's one of his things, and I'm talking personal production, not what he's made for the hundreds of other businesses, maybe thousands of other businesses he's worked with. I'm very thankful for Kevin Wilke. Kevin, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Pat. I am really excited about this and share some great knowledge with everybody.
I believe that. I believe that. One of the things I want to get into is your story, because I know you actually started on the internet in, what was it, 96, but you were still in college?
Yeah. Well, my story really started when I was growing up as a kid in small-town Iowa on a farm. And back in those days, that was not a great profession to be in. And I saw what it was like for my parents struggling financially and eventually losing the farm and getting divorced. And I was very fortunate at a young age to know that's not what I wanted for my life and my family when I was older. And I was motivated to be successful financially. And I was fortunate to know that having my own business was what's going to lead me to make that happen. So I had my first business when I was 12 years old, selling used golf balls out of the backyard of our farm. We made about a couple $1,000s a year. But when it came time to go to college, I bought into that mindset. Now it's time to get a good education and a good job, like everybody says. And I gave up on my dream temporarily to go become an accountant.
Oh, good.
Fortunately, my sophomore year, no offense to accountants, but I realized if I did that for the rest of my life, I was going to be miserable because I wanted to be an entrepreneur and have my own business. So at that time, it was 1996. The internet was just getting started, and I saw an opportunity to do something with this internet. And I thought this fad may just stick around for a little while, and I'm going to figure it out. It was a good decision.
I believe.
So I got started in 96, and to be honest, my first 3 sites failed miserably. Fortunately, they're not online anymore, so nobody can see them. But I went through a lot of trial and error to figure out what actually worked. And I'd make nothing, and then I'd make a few $100s, and then $500 a month, and eventually I got to the point where I might be making like $1,000 a month. And when I graduated in 1999, I decided I'm going to commit 100% to making this a success because it's what I really wanted to do in my life. And I made that leap in 99, and I've never looked back. That was 10 years ago now. And started to make a couple $1,000s, and then I got to the point had my best month of $10,000 in a month, I think in 2000. And then in 2001, I started a brand new site and launched it in about 2 weeks, following kind of all these steps that I learned on what works online. And in the first 6 weeks, we did over $102,000.
Wow.
And I realized at that moment that I finally figured out the system that really works. And ever since then, I've been very focused on knowing that everything follows a step-by-step system to be successful. And I got out of the old trial and error methods of trying to figure it out, and instead just did what's proven to work. And since then, I've gone on, like you said, to do over $18 million. I have over 80 profitable websites. And during that time, people would always ask me, well, Kevin, how are you successful online? How do you do this? And really what I was doing is, either for myself or for other people, is helping them turn their expertise or knowledge or what they're passionate about into information to sell to other people and help other people based on their own life experience and skills, so to be successful doing with what you're passionate about while helping other people. And in several years ago, a good friend of mine, he's the first person I ever helped get started online. He's a cable repairman, and he's sick and tired of his job. And I just personally walked him through my system and launched his site. In his first 6 months, did over $100,000. Quit his job. His wife was able to quit her job, and they both worked from home with their 2 little kids. And
sounds like a dream come true.
Yeah, it was awesome. And in December of 2007, I decided I was going to take all this information and put it into a system for other people to follow as well. It's called their Nitro Blueprint system. And launched it, and over the past 2 years, have helped hundreds and hundreds of people quit their job and have a full-time online income doing what they love. And then earlier this year, in the spring of 2009, came out with a new program that really helps a lot of people. First, it helps local business owners, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then it also helps these people that want to get started, like they're really looking to replace their income quickly. And I've found this is the best way to make that happen, and it's just an amazing opportunity. We call it our local business money machine. It's how to do simple online marketing for local business owners.
That is amazing. I will tell you guys, the one thing that I'm really thankful about, and the reason why I wanted to get Kevin on here, is because I got his program. I started to use it. And for the last 5 years, I have been building a speaking training business. I've been a speaker for almost 10 years, but about 5 years ago was really in that position where I was trying to build a national brand. And what I found is that I went from trying to build a training firm to looking at what I was doing, using their system, and of offering my marketing to my businesses in my area. And I was stunned to find out that, wow, I have a marketing business, and people started lining up because I was doing the marketing that they wanted to do, needed to do, but really didn't have the time to do. And all of a sudden, I had clients lining up. After we come back from the break, we're going to talk to Kevin about what exactly is involved in making money for others on the internet and helping build their brand with the local business money machine. We'll be right back.